The Wolf Who Fell Out of a Book by Thierry Robberecht and illustrated by Gregoire Mabire. Zoe's bookshelf was so full of books that one day a book fell down to the floor and the wolf, in the story, jumped out. Inside the book, the wolf was scary, jet black with pointy teeth. But all alone in Zoe's unfamiliar room, the wolf was very frightened. Why? Because Zoe's cat was staring down at him, licking his lips. Quickly, the wolf tried to hide underneath his book, which in falling had ended up a bit like a tent. "Don't touch me," growled the wolf. "In my book, I'm a scary wolf and everyone is frightened of me." "Maybe," said the cat, "but you're not in your book now. You're in Zoe's room and this is my patch." The wolf was so frightened that he tried to squeeze back into his book. But a sheep kicked him out because it wasn't time for him in the story. "What are you doing here? You're much too early. Go away and leave us to graze in peace." Then the wolf tried to get back in again on another page, but 3 other wolves snarled. "What time do you call this, It's the end of the story. You're too late. Go away." Now the cat was creeping closer and closer, and the wolf had to get away quickly. As fast as he could, he climbed up the bookshelf looking for somewhere to hide. The shelves were tall and straight and steep as a cliff. Several times the wolf almost fell. At last he reached the top shelf and tried to squeeze into a book. The book was all about princesses, and on the page where the wolf arrived, the king was giving a grand ball. "I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf," said the butler. "If you want to remain in this story, you must put on a suit or a ball gown." "A ball gown?" cried the wolf. "What if the other wolves saw me, What would they think?" And so the wolf was kicked out of another book. Back in Zoe's room, the cat was still waiting. The wolf rushed to the next book along. This was a very strange story. What a peculiar world. The wolf looked round in amazement when a dinosaur warned him. "My boy, you can't stay here. It's not the right time period for you. It should be your ancestor. What's more, you're in danger." The animals in this story were enormous, and most of them were not at all friendly. As fast as he could, the wolf escaped. "Close that book tightly," the cat told him. "I don't want to have any dinosaurs in Zoe's bedroom." The wolf picked another book. He found himself in the middle of a huge forest. "Oh, a forest! I like a forest," he said to himself as he walked and walked for a long time. Then he spotted a little girl dressed in red, sitting on a tree trunk, crying. "What's the matter?" asked the wolf. I'm taking pancakes and butter to my grandmother's. I was meant to meet a wolf here, but he hasn't come. I'm going to be late and my story will be ruined. That's why I'm crying." And she hugged him, sobbing. "Well, here I am," said the wolf. "I'm a wolf, I'm jet black and I've got pointy teeth and if you like, I can help you." The little girl looked at him with tears in her eyes Would you do that for me? Haven't you got 7 little goats to visit or 3 little pigs' houses to try and blow down?
Nope, replied the wolf. I have all the time in the world.
Will you come with me to grandmother's house? On the way I can teach you your lines.
OK,
said the wolf cheerfully. So off they went, arm in arm, through the forest, on their way to grandmother's house.